Hello and welcome to Quell. Now what we do here at Quell is we talk a lot around workplace violence. And now and again we'll get given a question, or we'll see that there's a pattern to the questions. And one of the questions that we've been getting a lot lately is, well, how do we recognise that threatening behaviour? And what I try to explain to people is, threatening behaviour, yes, there's a core element to it, but there's also different patterns to it. The way people can threaten people quietly, by even ignoring them, or even the way they're performing in front of them, whether they're waving their hands, screaming, shouting, ranting and raving. The way we try to do it is we basically explain the word of threats. So we use the word threats to highlight what it could possibly be, or what you could recognise to see that behaviour. Let's take the T. We say, well, a lot of people tense. The way they're actually using their body can give you an indication of that they're being to a point of threatening. We also talk about heated. That's the facial area. Are they bright red? Has the face colour changed? Are they even sweating? Could come into it. The R is the rigid. That means they won't listen, or they won't move, or they just come to that point of where they're just in the context of focused onto you. And that would take us into the E, the engrossed, the eye contact, the glaring, the staring. I mean, if you look at it, the staring or the engrossed eye contact is a large part of incidents in the nighttime economy, when people are staring at each other or they don't like the look of somebody. The A is what we would class as the abuse. And I mean in the context of the abuse that is used towards you. Are they commenting on who you are, where you're from, how you look? There's a big plethora of things on that. But that's what we talk about, the abuse. Something to make you feel very uncomfortable. And then we look at the T and the threats. But the threats are intentional. What are they exactly saying? Are they saying that they're going to harm you? Are they saying they're going to get someone to harm you? Or are they going, as my old granny used to say, around the houses, get the front door? They're saying them old comments of, I know where you live. I'd be careful if I was you. So there's an amazing amount of the way people will give that intentional threat across. And then the last will be the space invaded. The invasion of your space. Whatever context you want to put it into. And that's where people step in. And then the outcome is usually down to you. And how you handle that situation. And have you got measures in place to protect oneself? So it's very easy to make a short video on threats and where they come from and recognition. And I'm sure there's a lot more people on here on YouTube and LinkedIn that give a lot of information and detail and psychology about it. And even the word muscle tension and things like that I've read all about and I've done courses on. But I always try to say to people this. If you feel that you are being threatened, a high percentage of the time you are being threatened, and it's what you do to stay safe. That's from Quell, what we teach and what we try to put across to our attendees on the recognition of threatening behaviour. Stay safe whatever you're doing. Please visit our social media. You never know, there might be something in there that'll create a conversation for you. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and bye for now.